Trump calls for a new judge to be placed in charge of the J6 indictment because the one that is overseeing it right now used to donate to Obama and Biden. Also, Nancy Pelosi says the only reason Republicans want to impeach Joe Biden is because they have nothing better to do. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ANN American News Network. I am your host, Vlad. Two things really quickly. I want to thank the sponsor of this channel, Mike Lindell, with his companies My Store and My Pillow. I use links down below in the description with promo code ANN at checkout. Huge discount. And there's also a link to my merch store, magamerchus.com. Support the channel that way. God bless you. Let's get right into the news. So check this out. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. We always have been. We are today. And we always will be. You will not find the word democracy in the Declaration of Independence or in the United States Constitution. The word democracy does not exist. Our founding fathers knew that democracies fail. Joseph Stalin said that his communist regime of the Soviet Union was the best democracy the world has ever seen. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un says that their style of democracy is the best the world has ever seen. Ukraine says that they are fighting for democracy, but yet they are canceling their next year's presidential election because they're too busy fighting for democracy. They are arresting political opponents of Zelensky, and they are jailing reporters who are critical of Zelensky and the way he is spending the money. See, real threat to democracy, when I say democracy, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying it so that the far left extremists understand, right? I'm just kind of stooping down to their level. By democracy, I mean our freedoms. So if let's say our system's a democracy, the real threat to democracy would be to leave the southern border open. Let anybody come in here anytime they want, do anything they want. And just flood our cities, flood our system, flood our resources, and just drain them. And then instead of taking care of our veterans, our homeless, our cities, our schools, our infrastructure, we just give it to illegals. Even, did you guys know that the mayor of New York City is now a far-right extremist? Because he's calling upon the federal government to shut down the southern border, to close it, and stop this crazy influx of immigrants going into New York. They said they can't handle it. Well, just a couple of years ago, he was calling for New York to be a sanctuary city, and now he's a far-right extremist. He got to see what liberal policies do to a city, to its finances, to its people, to its hotels, to its streets, the crimes. So, the real threat to democracy is leaving the southern border open, sending over $200 billion in aid and weapons to Ukraine, the people that don't believe in elections. But when Trump was in office and all he needed was $5 billion to secure our border, they screamed, "We don't have it." When Trump was fighting to secure our southern border and build the wall, the liberals, Nancy Pelosi, screamed, "We don't have the money. We don't have $5 billion to secure our own country. But we have $200 billion for Ukraine to secure their country." When we're being invaded, it's okay. We don't got $5 billion. When they're being invaded halfway across the world, 5,000 miles away, most people don't even know where it is on a map. That's what liberals call democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, really quickly before we get into the Trump one, I want us to watch this video of Nancy Pelosi. Here she is talking about the impeachment of Joe and why it's going to happen.
They had to change the subject, and they had nothing to offer the American people in terms of jobs and the rest. They talk about it, but then they change the subject when it's time to deliver. I'm so proud of the Democrats in the Congress. We fully intend to take back the House the next time so we don't have to deal with the frivolity, the waste of time of the Congress for them to go down this path. They have to.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard Nancy, crazy Nancy. What did she just say? That the only reason that the Republicans want to impeach Joe Biden is because they have nothing better to do and they want to waste time. Oh, really? Kind of like when you impeached Trump over a phone call to Zelensky, the same phone call that you said he pressured Zelensky in, but Zelensky even himself said there was no pressure. You guys wasted millions of taxpayer dollars impeaching Trump, and the second time you impeach him, he wasn't even president. What were you impeaching him from? You wasted time, you wasted money. But the Republicans now actually have a real reason to impeach Potato Head Joe. Open border. Brink of World War III. Ukraine money, Romania money, China money, Russia money. They said Trump colluded with Russia. But to this day, they found no evidence. But we've got evidence that real close people of Putin, like the ex-wife of former mayor of Moscow, sent Biden $3.5 million. For what? I'm going to read a little bit. Trump calls for immediate recusal of far-left judge and venue change out of the swamp DC in high-stakes free speech election case. Former President Donald J. Trump has requested an immediate recusal of far-left and anti-Trump U.S. District Judge Tanya S. Chutkin, who has been appointed to preside over his ongoing January 6th case in Washington, D.C. Trump characterized the judge as a biased judge. So let's get this straight. Trump cannot get a fair trial in D.C. or in New York. They knew that. Not only is the jury going to be biased of a bunch of far-left extreme radicals who think communism's a great way, right? Not only that, but the judge that's overseeing the case donated money, is an Obama appointee who donated money to Obama, who donated money to the Biden campaign, and who, if you go on her Twitter, you go back a couple of years, you see all the hate that she spewed against Trump, against the MAGA crowd, and against Republicans. I think Trump's probably going to lose these in the courts and, in the city and district courts. But what does he do from there? Appeal with the Supreme Court, and he's got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 2024 in the bag, but here's what we got to do. We got to pray. We need to speak. And I will say this in all of my videos. We need to pray. We need to speak. We need to speak up. We need to speak out about the corruption of Joe Potato, right? It's been a minute since I brought out Joe, but hey, this Joe Biden can do a better job at running the country than that stinky guy. I mean, at least you won't be sniffing kids, buddy. At least he won't be sniffing your children. Or taking, making crackhead sons and then using them and their addiction for his own personal financial gain. This guy, I'd vote for this Joe before that Joe. But let's get right back to the topic. We're going to win, and we're going to win in its landslide. Yes, they're going to do everything they can to cheat. They're going to run those systems. They're going to run the mail-in voting. They're going to run ballot harvesting. They're going to run the machines. But the way we overcome is how we won in 2016. They did not expect that many people to come out and vote for Trump. That's why they were not able to do anything. Same thing in 2020. They were supposed to call the election for Biden on election night. But they stopped counting. They took a bunch of people that didn't vote. They took the old voter rolls. They did what they did. But we are going to come out in droves. We're going to do everything from mail-in voting to ballot harvesting where it's legal. We're going to go out on election day. We are going to win. Not a doubt in my mind. I can already envision it. I can already see it. November 5th of 2024, Donald J. Trump, 45-47. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.